For a king, we celebrate. I'd like to welcome everyone back to my show. The topic is, I also would like to thank everyone who liked the video, liked the Facebook page, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate y'all deeply for that. We steadily rolling on with our videos, and I'm steadily rolling on with my dream of doing this. And I thought it was fitting that we honor the man who paved the way for me and others to follow their dream. And with that said, I'd like to welcome you to today's special show brought to you by the letters MLK. You guessed it, today's topic is Martin Luther King Day. As you're wrapping up your 3-day weekend from work, finishing up your barbecues and everything, we want to step back and reflect on why today is a holiday. Now, I wanted to highlight this holiday because it doesn't get the attention with the gifts, the decorations, the lights, the parties and everything like that, but it deserves the same attention as all the other holidays. I would like to start off with a quote from this great man that speaks on challenging times, and I believe is appropriate today as it was when he first spoke these words. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in a moment of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. Dr. King had a great dream, and part of his dream was for this nation to rise up, live out his true meaning of his creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. However, you can't tell me that this was part of his dream. Now look at this picture here. Really? When Dr. King was sitting there on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, this is what was going through his mind when he was giving that speech? And look at this. This is almost normal place today. But I guarantee you that this was not one of his dreams for us to get along and twerk. And this, what can I call this? I mean, for real. Let's be for real. You know, I'm laughing, but this is not even funny. I mean, what are we doing here? What is this about? So somebody thought that Martin Luther King Jr. spent all those years educating himself, led his people on marches, sat in jail overnight numerous times so he can be photoshopped in a flyer for a club that says free at last, MLK weekend. Really, with a crown on, rings, and a bunch of necklaces. I mean, who thought in their right mind that this was 1, appropriate, 2, appropriate, and 3, appropriate? What's going on with that? If Nicki Minaj, I don't even know if she saw this picture. I'm sure it's got around. I mean, it was floating around on Facebook, and I'm sure she finally saw this. Somebody brought it to her attention, hopefully, and she saw this and like threw up or something. I hope she didn't think this was cool, because I wouldn't even want to be a part of that. Would you want to be a part of that? No, I wouldn't want to be a part of that either. I think that's oh my goodness. I mean, go to the next one. I said something about this the other week, and really and truthfully, don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with it. I don't do it, but I don't have a problem with it, and I'm going to get into that because I want to touch on that, because to me, by me getting ready to say something about this is to me carrying on what Dr. King was actually trying to prove to everybody else. But the sagging pants, I mean, everybody got their style, you know, everybody got their swag, you know, do what you gotta do. I think it's kind of crazy. I mean, what's the point of even wearing the pants? You could just go around wearing underwear. Why wear the pants? But then, you know, people get on these guys for wearing their pants like that, but then fashion designers start designing the pants to be worn like this. I bought a pair of pants and was wondering why it didn't fit around my waist right. Come to find out that it didn't really have a butt. It was made to sag down on my legs. So you can't just fault those guys. If they wrong, then everybody else wrong in the chain. However, there's this video that I want to show you. Initially you would think, oh, that's a great idea. But then you start thinking about it like, wait a minute. Doesn't that fall on the same lines as women having to do that mandatory ultrasound before they have an abortion. I mean, isn't that just someone trying to trample on somebody's pursuit of happiness and their liberties and their rights? Now, we all supposed to have like equal rights. We all supposed to have the right to do stuff, but then we still seem to be trampling on people's rights. It's not the same way. It's not a color thing anymore. They're not sicking dogs and hitting people with fire hoses anymore, but you're still trampling on people's rights. You know, there's people upset that they can't own guns and they want to do gun control. You know, I have no problem with somebody wanting to own a gun legally. I could care less. I mean, I have a problem with somebody taking a gun, running up in the school and shooting up a bunch of kids. Yeah, I have a problem with that. But I don't have a problem with somebody exercising their right to bear arms. Just like I don't have a problem with a woman deciding what she wants to do with her own body. I have no problem with that. It's not my body. I don't have a say in it. Just like this is my body, and you shouldn't have a say in what happens with me. Now, if I legally sign some papers that say, yeah, you could do this, you could do that, then that's that. But, you know, I'm not going to sit up here and go vote on what you should do with your body or with how you want to do things. I'm going to show you this video, and it's totally wrong.
So you think you look pretty good wearing your pants like that, don't you? Underwear exposed, hip-hop style. Well, there's something you may not know. You can be fined up to $300, be placed in a state prison for up to 3 years, or be placed in a county jail for up to 2 years. You still think it's cool? It's the law. Pull up your pants. Respect yourself.
This message brought to you by the Black Mental Health Alliance of Massachusetts.
Now, you're going to make it against the law. Is it decent? Fine these kids, threaten them with state prison because they slapping their pants? Or is it really you just looking for that quick revenue for the state, get that money because you know they're going to do it? I mean, they kids, they rebellious. That's what rebellious kids do. You know, when I was a kid, I wore my shirt untucked. I don't know how many times somebody told me, oh, tuck your shirt in, you know. And I'm like, I don't want to tuck my shirt in. These kids don't want to pull up their pants. You know they're not going to be like that in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Eventually they're going to pull up their pants and they kids going to be doing something else crazy. They're going to be like, I can't believe you're doing this. You know, back in my day, the only thing we did was sag our pants. So we need to get off of this shit. And I say shit. We just need to let people live and let live. For real. Rights and anti-rights. That's how I feel, that's how I live, and that's all I got to say about it. Thank you once again for tuning into my show, The Topic Is. My name is Kevin Stewart, aka Mr. Durite. There's a million videos out there that you can be watching, and you choose to view this one, and I appreciate you. One last note, I am stopped up like crazy, because this cedar fever is kicking my butt. So hopefully next week, I'll sound a whole lot better.
Like our video and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to check out our Facebook page at Durite Productions. See you soon.